Today's learning target is I can divide positive and negative integers. Division is going to be set up just like multiplication. So we see here in this, what it shows us here, it says the quotient. The quotient is just the answer to a division problem of two integers. So the answer to a division problem of two integers, two numbers, with different signs is negative. Okay, just like multiplication. So we see two examples here. I see that I have negative 10 divided by 5, and I know 10 divided by 5 is 2, and I see that I have one negative and one positive, so that means my answer is going to be negative. Here I have 10 divided by negative 5. 10 divided by 5 is 2, and I see one negative sign, the other positive, so it's a negative 2. So down here in this area, right here, I've shown you negative 6 divided by 2. So right here, here is negative 6. If you added up all those negative ones, there'd be 6 of them. So that's negative 6. And I'm going to divide them into two equal groups. So there it is. And I can see that in each group I would have negative 3. So negative 6 divided by 2 would be 6 divided by 2 is 3, and one sign is negative. It's negative 3. Again, just like with multiplication, in division, the quotient, answer to a division problem, of two integers with the same sign is going to be positive. Okay, so on this one right here, that's a problem you already know. 10 divided by 5 is 2. Okay, they're both positive, so my answer is going to be positive. In this one, I have negative 10 divided by a negative 5. And I know 10 divided by 5 is 2, and I see that there are two negative signs. So two integers, two numbers, the same sign. Doesn't matter if they're positive or negative, your answer is always going to be positive. So if I had, let's say, 25 divided by 5, okay, that would equal 5. A negative 25 divided by a negative 5 would equal 5. Same sign. If I had, let's say, negative 25 divided by 5, one negative and one positive, I would have negative 5. So let's take a look at how a few of these will look. So in this first one here, I have 64 divided by negative 8. Remember, this sign right here, it's the fraction sign, but it also means divided by. So 64 divided by 8, if I don't know that one off the top of my head, I can think 8 times what gives me 64. And I know that's 8. So now I just need to figure out, is it positive or negative 8? I see one negative sign here, one positive, so it's going to be a negative 8. Negative 63 divided by 7. Okay, well, again, I know that 9 times 7 is 63, so I know my answer is going to be 9. Now I just need to figure out positive or negative. One negative sign, one positive, so it's going to be negative. Here, negative 35 divided by negative 7. I know that 35 divided by 7 is 5, and I see that they are both negative, so I know my answer is going to be positive. Okay, and then negative 42 divided by negative 6. Okay, I know again that 6 times what equals 42, and that would be 7. And I see that both I have the same sign, so it's going to be a positive. Take a look at two problems here. You can see in our problem it says evaluate each expression, so solve each expression here, if x equals negative 6 and y equals negative 3. So let's start with the first one. The first thing I'm going to do is rewrite this problem, and I'm going to put in the y and the x numbers. So I see 12y, I see y equals negative 3. So that's going to be timesing, because remember, if there's no sign right here, that means I'm going to times. So 12 times negative 3, and we're going to divide that by negative 6. So when I look at this, all right, I know that 12 times 3 is 36. and I see that I have one negative, so I'm going to have negative 36. I'm going to divide that by negative 6. And I know that 36 divided by 6 equals 6, and I have negative here, right here, and a negative here, so I know my answer is going to be positive. So my answer there would be 6. In this second problem, I'm going to rewrite it, so negative 5. I'm going to times it by x, which was negative 6, and I'm going to divide that by y, which is negative 3. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to solve these two. I know 6 times 5 is 30, and I see it's a negative and a negative, so it's going to be a positive. So I get 30 over negative 3. So it's 30 divided by 3, which I know is going to be 10, and I see that I have positive here, and I have a negative here. So I know one negative, one positive, answer is going to be negative.